Usted sabe que es un pupitre. Claro, la silla, ¿sabe? La mesa que está junto a la silla, que tiene el brazo así.
Negro.
Pero si es negro.
Pero vos sos el que estás hablando.
Alright, happy Thursday!
Ay.
Okay, now we're on to a new unit and a new topic. So, our warm-up, comenzamos practicando esos puntos. Geographies. So, ¿dónde está 5-0? Where's point 5-0 at? Is that direction? So here. Okay, 5-0. What about this is -5-0? Okay. Then you have 0-5. And then 0-5.
Line down 5.
Okay, so okay, now connect them. Okay, so connect them, but using curves, not lines. Curves.
Puedes pintar la letra de mi mamá.
So what shape is this?
Circle. Butterfly.
Butterfly?
Yeah.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Por favor, no interrumpa. Somos good boys.
Okay, so what's our center? 0?
Era Steven.
Center, which is .00. Okay, now we have to, and the last part is to plot the point where x is equal to 3 and then x is equal to -4. So, how would we find let's start with x equals 3. How would we find the point for x equals 3 on the circle?
What is that question?
So, we have to look for x equals 3 on the circle, on the x equals 3 on the circle. So, where's the point? Where's the point? On the circle. you're actually close. So, at x equals 3, it'd be like go up.
Oh.
It's like it should be 4. Should be around 4. So then this is 3 4. Okay, then what would x, when x is negative 4 be? I heard a wait, who said negative 3? You're close. Okay, so at x equals 3, I mean negative, so we're at x equals negative 4. And then if you go up, so it's close, you're very close. It was, so x equals 4 and then the point is actually negative 4, 3. A circle is a collection of length with an equal distance from a given point called the length of the circle. So what's this one? What's this one?
Equation? No. A circle is a collection of
Yeah, coordinates. I actually put points, but yeah, coordinates.
Oh.
So a circle is a collection of points with equal distance from a given point called the then it starts with an R.
How's that?
Yeah, read.
Ah, bárbaro, hermano. Bárbaro. Ya aprendí de Maro y... Estamos grabando. Hello.
Yo digo que ella quita el audio. Now,
Alright.
the fixed distance between any point of the circle and its center is the,
Equation.
oh wait, I just realized I switched up my words.
Center is the...
I realized I switched up my words, that's my bad. This is actually supposed to be here.
Oh.
This is actually supposed to be center.
Okay.
So collection of points, which we grabbed like 4 points. We grabbed 4 points here, and then an equal distance with a given point called the center. So our center is 0, 0 in this circle, and then a fixed distance from any point on the circle, any point, like either, like any point on a circle, so it could have been this point or this point, and then from its center, and then that's the radius. Because this is the radius, this is the radius. And then Pythagorean theorem. What's the Pythagorean theorem?
What is what?
Pythagorean theorem.
A squared plus A squared
Yeah.
plus B squared equals C squared.
Yes. Okay. So then Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So now, using the Pythagorean theorem, how would you find the equation? What's the equation? Here. Okay, so what's our A? What's our A in this triangle?
Is
X.
yes, and B is
And B is
Y.
Y. That means our C is
R.
R. Okay, so you have A, B, and C.
A squared
So then now what's this equation?
X squared
Okay,
plus Y squared
it's Y squared.
equals R squared.
Yep.
Me encanta tu inglés.
So since our A in this triangle is X, and then our B is Y, then the R is C, and then since we're using the Pythagorean theorem to find this specific equation, that would mean our equation is X squared plus Y squared, and then plus equals R squared. Okay, once again, what's our Pythagorean theorem?
A
A
squared plus
plus
B
B
squared
squared equals C squared.
Alright.
Déjame hablar.
¿Tiene que hablar rápido?
Ay, ya, cállate, Juan. Estamos para que tengan el
Sí, pégale. Okay, now you have to find an equation of circle when it's not centered at the origin.
¿Puedo ir al baño?
En-
No, me va. Con su risa.
Ey, está preguntando algo. What is the equation for a circle?
Sería
Sería
H, no, X minus H.
L.
Yeah, yes. Where? Okay.
Plus Y minus square
Okay.
equals R square.
Yes, that's exactly right. Okay, so then, okay, our A is X minus H, and then our B is Y minus K, and then C is the R. So that means our equation would be X minus H squared, then plus the Y minus K squared, and then is equal to the radius squared. Okay. So. Okay, so then these, the last two are like new vocab. So, for radius, on a distance from blank to any point on the circle, so,
Center.
center. And then let's draw it over here, so that's. And then, I'm gonna write an arrow, but you can put it anywhere on the circle you want, so I'll just put it here.
In my.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so for center, it is a point in the length of the circle that has a blank distance to any point on the circle. Okay, so, anyone know what either of them are?
Middle.
Middle? Oops. Then, second one? It starts with an E.
Equation.
Almost, kinda, what's the first part?
Equal.
Yes, equal. Then center points, pretty standard, just a point in the middle. So a diameter is a distance from one point to the circle to, like blank, the circle and the midpoint being the blank. Okay, so, anyone wanna attempt at this, either of the blanks? I'll draw it and then I'll draw it. So let's do our center. It's not close. So center point, and then that's a diameter. So for the first line, so distance from one point to the circle to what on the circle? So from the line, how far is the line going? So the distance from one point to the circle to its across. And then distance from one point to the circle, on the circle to across the circle with the midpoint being, so what's our midpoint? Let's look like our midpoint is?
Center.
Center. Okay, circumference, distance, length on center and a radius for using these equations given. So, for one, does anyone know which equation is this one?
Esa es. Vamos a la regla.
Okay, so, equation. Where it's x squared plus y squared
¿Sí o no?
or x minus h squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 1. So, what does A look like? So what does A look like?
The first one.
First one, okay. So since it's the first one, do you know what the center and the radius are? Okay, so since A is x squared plus y squared equals to 36, so then, what's our 36?
Sí.
So this is an R
that's
squared.
Oh,
So then, that means to find our radius. What would you do to the 36?
Six.
6.
Yes, because you have to,
Oye, oye.
so then our center,
Son 2, 6. Tú dijiste solo y
our center.
One.
Not quite. Okay, so for this one, this is when it's centered at the origin and the origin is that means since this is the equation where it's centered at the origin and our origin is 0, 0, that means our center is 0, 0. And then,
So the center is always 0 and 0.
if it looks like this,
Oh,
if it's this one, then it will be 0, 0. But if it looks like this,
vamos.
then, right, so if it's this one, then,
Sharks.
then your center over here is your H plate, right?
Oh, okay.
¿Qué color?
Okay, so you have two equations. So one where we have this first
Ok,
one,
le voy a poner.
and then this is when it's centered at the origin, and then this one is when it's not centered at the origin. So your radius is always gonna come from here. And then your center, depending on the equation, for this one, if it looks like this, then it's always 0, 0. It's always 0, 0 if it looks like this, but if it looks like this, your center is this. Whatever these numbers are. So, then our center is 0, 0, our radius is 4, 0.
Ah, y que si no, puta, yo veo una sola línea. Estoy ciego.
Number 2,
Ya ves que te mira, el escalera. Vale, con la banda.
okay, so for number 2, we have this equation. So we have this equation, and then, so for number 2, we have both a center and a radius, and we have to put it as an equation. And then for 2A, so with our center, the 8, 7, and the radius is 3. What was our equation?
Chico, la hiciste,
When
la hiciste Ingrid. ¿Viste la misma danza de la escuela? ¿Cuántas? Sí, creo que no se puede. Las 5 no se puede. Te la califico.
what would be the H here? What's our H?
Sí, güey, va a ver. Sí, lo
No
confío.
me la calificó. No me la calificó.
Pero ella no se la Sí, pero ella se la
Cópiame ese huevo.
We want number. Which one? And then our K would be 7. Then that means
Ah, por eso. No me copias todo completo, voy a copiar la otra partecita de la historia. Y así, me apareció 5. Mamá, chico, maldito puño. Por el. Pues tenemos que hacer
then that would mean this would be x minus 8 squared plus y minus 8, I mean 7 squared equal to 3 squared is equal to 9. So you have until 11:32 to try the rest.
No, que no me copiaba.
this equation. And then, so we have x plus two squared plus y plus five squared is equal to 64. So then this is what our circle looks like. And then, using, since we have this type of equation here, so then we have our h be,
Even.
so then our h is -2, since it's supposed to be x, since it's supposed to be x minus a value, so then it'll be x minus 2. And then our k, and then so our k would be -5, since it should be y minus a number, so y plus 5 is y minus, so that means our k is -5. And then then that means 64 is our r squared. So 64 is supposed to be r squared, so that means our r should be square root of 64, which is 8. And if you can see, you see like, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from the center to a point on the circle. Then for, let's see, for 1c, so that means we have -4, x minus 4 squared, and then y plus 7. And then and this is equal to 25. So then, so what is our center point? What's our center point? Our center, so looking at this equation, like this format, so then we have, our equation is x minus 4 squared plus y minus 7 squared, so then what is our h, what's our h value?
-4 plus
Close. Be careful with the signs, because since it's supposed to be, since our equation is supposed to look like this, and it's minus h, so then our h is actually a positive 4, since it's x minus a 4. So then, that means we have a 4, and then, so then our, to the y plus 7, -7. So then, that looks like a center point. So then this is our center for this circle. So then, what's our radius then? What is our radius?
Is 5, ¿cómo se dice? Square root?
5, yeah, because square root of 25 is 5.
Oh.
So then, and then if you look, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it hits the circle. Okay, and then let's go to number 2 problem. So if this is our equation, so then if we have a center, so if you have a center of -6, 2 and a radius of 10, what would our equation look like? So if it's -6 and 2, and then a radius of 10. What is this? So then, so what is our h value if this is what we have? What's our h value? -6, so then, is it plus or minus 6 here?
plus
Plus 6, since it's supposed to be minus h, and since it's a negative, that means it will be a plus 6. So then we have plus 6, and then for, what's our k?
2.
Minus.
Okay.
So it has to be
So then we have a k, our k value is 2, so then what would it look like in the equation? Minus or plus 2?
minus
minus 2. Since it's supposed to be minus k, and then our 2 is positive, so minus 2. So then what is R2? What is R squared?
10.
Our radius is, well, careful, because our radius is 10, so then what would R squared look like? 100. Since our radius is 10 and radius is just R and we need an R squared, you need to square the 10, so then you get 100. This is R, this is H, and this is K. And that's your R, but we need an R squared, so 10 squared is 100. And then our center is negative 62.
Yeah, yes, I changed
Here 6,
that. I didn't say C.
2. So this looks like it's in the center. This is our circle. So then let's see if this is actually 10 spaces away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is correct.